back again for another video. So I have a topic that I want to discuss. I know I have another topic that I need to do before this one, but this one is on my mind a whole lot more than that one is. Anyways, so my topic today is going to be talking about the expectations of women and men's nature. Sure, this is a topic that has been once again thoroughly discussed, but as you know it, I have a different take on these things. But anyways, so I was having a conversation with someone on Facebook, just not too long ago actually, and the conversation, I might actually put the quote onto this video and show you what I'm talking about. But the quote went along the lines of something like, no matter how much I love a man, he's still going to cheat. Well, sure. That's partly due to men not having the amount of honor and balls that they need to in order to be the men that they are supposed to be. I will not discount that from any woman who takes that stance to say such. But then I got another comment under that actual post that was disputing that it was a woman who was disputing that she did not want to be a part of any of that, whether it be the woman who made the quote or me who's saying, because I captioned it, when are women going to start, adhering to what the reality is telling them, pretty much. That's what I said. I can't quote myself very well often. But anyways, what my response was to her, because, she was saying that she needed to not be a part of that, and she didn't want to be a part of that. And I told her, like, this is something that you really can't escape. Not the fact that cheating is supposed to be acceptable, but the nature of men. As long as you deal with men as a woman, you cannot escape the nature of men. And that goes likewise for men. Men, we cannot escape the nature of women if we're dealing with women. So it's ludicrous to expect the opposing idea of any of those things that I just mentioned. So anyways, so she goes on to say, like I said, that she didn't want to partake in it. And I said, pretty much that's just something that you're going to have to accept. And she was going to this whole, to each their own rhetoric. So I went ahead and said it, to each their own. True. Definitely to each their own. But here's the problem with to each their own, the actual statement. It's not being taken literal. Because let's think about what that actually means, to each their own. That means that, okay, for instance, this is my jacket. I can burn it, I can put holes in it, I can wear it, I can use it as a tarp, I can hang it out the window of my car as I drive, I can do whatever I want with it. It's readily available to me for whatever I want to use it for, because it's mine. So for to each their own, if it's going to be in regards to how they view life, this means that to each their own would have to be something that they could do whatever they want to do with it. It was immediately available to them. And here's what I noticed, that women, they have a certain type of meshing of the reality versus their own thought thing kind of going on. To each their own means that this works for you in the reality. For women, to each their own means that it works for them in their head, which is kind of weird to me, because yes, is your idea, is for you, but if you can't do what you want to do with it in practical use and it's not readily available to you in the reality, is it really yours? Of course not. It's not yours. If I were to go for a job that I did not have the qualifications for, regardless of if I felt that I had the qualifications for them, I would still have to sorry, I'm distracted, I'm watching something. But anyways, I would still have to deal with the reality of the situation that I am not qualified for this job. Regardless of how I felt about it, regardless of how much I loved the job, no matter how much I wanted the job, no matter my feelings about the job, if I do not have the real tangible qualifications to be readily available to take on that job is not for me. And this goes likewise to what women think they understand is for them. There are a lot of things that are not for them that they think are tangibly in for them. They are tangibly for them, meaning they're in a reality and they should have these things. But if these things don't exist and never have existed in your life, sure, you may love the idea of them, but they aren't for you. They aren't for you. This goes with the whole idea of women thinking that men should be monogamous. Sure, that's one of my major topics, but I think it's a very important one because this is a different aspect of it. This goes more to what women expectations are versus what the reality yields to them. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't some woman out there somewhere who can pull down a man to be monogamous. That's because she has the qualifications for that. Majority of women don't have the qualifications for that. Because it's not about actually what they are as a woman per se, but it's about that man's ability. If that man does not have the ability to be monogamous, to expect them to be monogamous is unrealistic. Her qualifications were that she was in the right place, right time, and she happened to get that monogamous man. But for the majority, most men aren't monogamous. So women's expectations of men is there to each their own, but in their mind. But in the reality, it's not. To each their own it is more than likely going to translate for you as a woman that you're going to have to suck it up and deal with polygamy. In whatever form it takes. Sure, cheating is a form of polygamy, but it is not a proper form of polygamy. It is not a structural form of polygamy. But yeah, you can to each your own yourself to death. But you know what? To each your own is going to yield you when it does not line up with the reality. It's going to yield you a lot of pain. That's going to be another topic that I'm going to talk about in future videos. I've said it a few times, but I said it most recently in Kendra's chat, that the further you get away from the truth, it's like a rubber band holding it up to your face. The further you get away from the truth and the further you're away from accepting the truth, the more likely you're going to pay heavy damage and heavy consequences when that truth springs back and hits you. Because it's going to come back. The truth is consistent. The truth is everlasting. It doesn't change. It just takes different forms sometimes, but it's still the truth nonetheless. The truth is one thing, but it is many things all at the same time. But anyways, this has been a Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.